It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Monday, September 30th, 2019 at 7 a.m. Welcome to Down on the Corner program.
Just a little
the gang's all here. Good morning. Welcome, everybody.
It's a Monday.
Scooter, Bob Rechtenwald, Bob Zdora, and myself. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Hope your weekend was good.
Busy.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Got a few things done.
We were out running around.
Busy.
Took care of some people, and we had a little event at the house for some people, and it was just a great weekend. Good weekend.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Check them out. 3 locations, as you heard in the introduction. We have Balmer Boulevard, which will be getting busy now between now and, say, 8 o'clock or a little before 8. It's the kids and faculty go to school. We've got Baxter Regional Medical Center. Baxter Regional.
There's no sign, and you didn't know what to say, or what?
Well, they're changing. It's Baxter Regional, not Baxter Regional Medical Center.
Oh.
Baxter Regional Lobby. Yes,
Oh,
Baxter
okay.
Regional Lobby. And, of course, 62 East Plaza, out by Anytime Fitness, the best coffee in town. How's it taste this morning?
Great.
Good and strong?
You've done good. That's what Linda said last week. She says, does he have coffee there? I says, honey, you've never had coffee till you've had Dale's coffee.
Ed, her reaction.
And she said, you were right.
Is she recuperating?
I think she fell asleep on Wednesday.
Like I say, the best coffee in town. You want the adult dose, come down here and see us. We're at 12.
Yeah.
We're
It's definitely adult dose.
Yeah, the adult dose. That's good.
We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Walk in those doors behind the cameras, and boom, there you go. You can have the best coffee in town. Or check out any of the 3 locations that Jacqueline told you in the introduction. Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a great job. They got some good folks working for them, great coffees, all kinds of blends, mochas, lattes, pumpkin spice. 'Tis the season, I guess, you know.
And if you go a couple of times, they'll know your car.
Yes.
Sam stops there, drops the kids off at school, and when they see his car coming up, by the time he gets there,
It's ready.
they're like right there with it.
But
So-
that's good service.
Yeah.
There you go. Brewed Awakening Coffee. Once again, if you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes bringing morning prayer each and every day across the state of Arkansas. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee. The utmost in professionalism and dignity, respect, whatever it may be. I tell you what, they're just something else. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Here, talk to Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, Brad. Get them all in.
Get 'em all in.
Very professional, caring, loving. They understand your situation. They can help you through a bad time, emergency, non-emergency, whatever it may be. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, I wish that some of the people in Washington knew how tired we are of the allegations against President Trump. As president, he has every right to do what he needs to do to ensure the security of this country, even if it's ethics or conflict of interest or whatever they want to call it. He should be able to investigate it. Lord, our market is up and stable. We have jobs that need filled. Gasoline prices are stable. Our economy is good. So what's next from the Democrats? Impeachment for having 15 items in the 10-item or less checkout line at Walmart? Lord, we're tired of it. I pray you heal our country. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
I bet he hasn't practiced all weekend.
I bet he has. I bet
da,
that's.
da, da.
See, he's practiced, dude. That was good. That was good.
That's all I got. That's it.
That was it.
We're done.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Buying, selling, need property, whatever it may be, right here in Arkansas or Missouri, from Mountain View to Marshall to Mountain Home, all the way up into Gainesville and West
sure.
Plains, wherever it may be. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. 870-405-0793. Time to look at the live shot of the White River and the fog thereof.
There really is a river under there.
Wow, a lot of
Holy
fog
cow.
today. Wow.
That has got to be the most I've seen.
Boy, it's not, you're not kidding. Wow.
Oh, well, we try.
We try.
You know, the idea is to provide service to people, and the camera is one of the ways that we provide service. And some times are better than others. So
there
you
you
got to
go.
come back later and take a look at it.
100% chance of fog this morning.
It's-
See, you did your job.
Fog on the river, my goodness. The live shot of the fog over the White River brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zdora. Once again, for all your real estate needs, give them a call at 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. We'll be getting to This Week in Real Estate here in just a few minutes. Right now, I'm going to put my glasses on and see this one today. 69 in Mountain Home. We've got 66 at Flippin and Harrison and Yellville, 72 in Salem already, 69 in Calico Rock, Mountain View, Arkansas at 64, 70 in St. Louis, 66 at Poplar Bluff, 72 in West Plains, Branson at 66, Watford City, North Dakota, with showers, it looks like, at 41 degrees. That's a little bit colder than what I like it.
That's snow.
We've got some weather coming in later. I think we're going to have like 55 to 75 degrees coming in later. It's going to be fun. Anyway, the new radar that we've got, this is more defined and none of those blue blobs that we've had. Line of showers from Washington, D.C., back just south of Detroit, Michigan, back up to Lake Michigan. Some showers to west of Milwaukee, north of Milwaukee and Wisconsin. The northern part of the country getting the showers right now, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee is all clear at this time. We'll take a closer look at the state of Arkansas, if I can remember which way to turn this mouse to get it to do that. Like I say, we're still working on this radar. I'm still trying to work on this radar.
Oh, there you go.
62, 412 east-west is clear. Highway 65 north-south, Little Rock, Conway, Branson in good shape. Highway 67, 167 to Little Rock and Batesville, Poplar Bluff in good shape. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. Yeah, it looks like we're in pretty good shape there. We're moving down to St. Louis. Everything's clear. I-44, I-70 going into St. Louis, East St. Louis, 70 east Vandalia, 64 east to Mount Vernon, and then I-55 coming in from Poplar Bluff. I wish this thing had the highways overlay. Have to do all that by memory.
But you do that. That's the scary part, that you know all those highways by memory.
I just do the ones I drive. I-24 at 57 looks like it's in pretty good shape, which is right down here. Right
It's
around
just a time filler at this point. Because Missouri is clear, folks. Your roads are fine.
You're not going to be there for rush hour from here, so it doesn't matter.
There you go. All right. This is surprising here. We've got some flood watch boxes in New Mexico, right up to the Texas border, and then Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa, northwest Missouri, with what they don't need is more flood advisories. Fog in the Chicago area all the way back up into southern Wisconsin. Some flood watch boxes in northwest Wisconsin there as well. And we do have some red flag warnings, North Dakota and northwest Minnesota. But other than that, nothing for Arkansas, Louisiana, Tennessee, southern Illinois is clear. But that I-29 corridor up there in northwest Missouri, southwest Iowa, here they go again. I got family traveling through there today. So 7-day forecast today, sunny, high of 89. That's almost 90. It is September 30th.
Yeah, right.
Low tonight, 68. Tuesday, high of 90 degrees, low of 69. Wednesday, high of 92. And then we have a cool front moves through. Low of 66 on Wednesday night and a high of 79 on Thursday and a high of 73 on Friday.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, will be real nice. Those are fun temperatures. Low of 55, this is what I like. Low of 55, high of 73. Very nice, pleasant days and evenings. Allergy sufferers, today you've got 6.2 on the scale. That's a medium. You got ragweed and chennopods. Tomorrow, 5.9. It drops just a little bit. So allergy sufferers. Maybe a little relief in sight, we hope.
That'd be good.
Yep, we hope. And so, state drought monitor once again, state of Arkansas. This is surprising. We've had, we talked about the floods along the Arkansas River, but we got to remember that all those floods were because of the rains in Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, and back west. So we have even abnormally dry as far northeast as Clay County, Arkansas, and as far southeast as Chico County. The severe drought right here would be in Union County. This will be Columbia. I think this is Lafayette and Miller. And so that'll be updated about 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Eastern time on Thursday. And so same thing, state of Missouri. They've got a little bit right just north of us. We've got Ozark County, a little bit of dryness there. Taney County, Douglas, and Greene County with Christian County there. Southeast Missouri around Sykeston, Kennett, Let's see, Zenith, Missouri, all the way back up to Jackson and parts of Cape Girardeau, the southeast part of the state with some drought situations. All right. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. Time for the community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home.
Might have to move it.
Huh?
I'm going to have to move it. I got it positioned right over your head.
That's fine. Leave it right there.
Probably there'll be some people that were happy. There we go.
Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2. Saturday till 11.
Well, heaven forbid. I think our cameras
I was
froze up.
thinking, okay.
That's right. We'll continue on. It'll pop back. We'll get
That's
back.
right.
For breakfast, we've got chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, biscuit, and gravy or toast, all for just $6.88. And for lunch, we've got chicken fried steak, 2 sides, roller cornbread. Again, $6.88. Can't beat it. Great price.
Oh, yeah.
We had
Great
breakfast
food.
there. Breakfast
Not
there
only, not
with,
only great price, but great food. That's the big thing.
We had Senator Jason Rayford down there Saturday with Senator Flippo, and Sheriff Montgomery joined us for a nice breakfast, and it was really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then Saturday
Awesome.
morning, just going down, have some fun, chill. Huh. That looks like a good screen there. Okay, we'll take a
There
look.
we go.
We
We're
go.
Look at that. It's a miracle.
We're live.
There we go. He said it'd catch up. Scooter knows what he's doing.
Yeah, just had to reset it.
There you go.
Oh, Marion County Library game night, October 1st from 5:30 to 7:30. And now wait a minute. It says October 1st here, but it says September lineup. Okay, I'm going to say that's going to be October. First and third Tuesdays at 5:30, 16 and up. Tables are always available for groups to meet and play alternate games such as Magic. They've got cards on the 17th, but they've got it listed as September. Okay, what else we have here? VFW 5742 Cotter having bingo on Thursday from noon to 4 and Sunday from 12 to 4. Doors open at 9 a.m. Thursday. Is Brown Bag Day snacks and drinks available?
I believe football this week. I know eighth grade does not have a game this week. It actually got canceled. They're going to reschedule something else so they don't miss the game, though. Ninth grade, we're headed to Dover, down by Russellville. Just
Wow.
north of Russellville. Compete there. High school's going to be here at home. Who are we competing against, Bob?
Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff. So there's football.
2 7th grade games tonight.
Oh, that's right. Here. Who's it against?
I can't remember.
Some other 7th graders.
7th grade here, right here at home. So if you guys want to enjoy some 7th grade football, come on up.
Wow. All right, I think that's about it. So I guess we can go take a break. Community calendar brought by Old Time Restaurant on the Square, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11. Best lunch, best breakfast in town. All right, we're going to be right back. Coming up this week in real estate with Bob Zdora.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. There she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
I was involved in a wreck on the interstate. A friend and I was rear-ended by a drunk driver, and I was in excruciating pain. I started the chiropractor care along with the massage therapy, and it has totally transformed my world. With God's help and the help of them, I have totally got my life back together, and I'm free of pain medicine, and I'm so grateful that I am where I need to be today.
If you
It's coming up on 7:18. Bob Zdora here for This Week in Real Estate. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. The Z Team, 870-405-0793.
Morning.
Hey.
Busy.
Yes.
Busy.
Good.
Busy
Yeah.
week. Busy. I had a death in the family, and I had to go up, and that's how you were guested with Linda last week, who did a great job, I'm sure.
Yep.
And we,
Is that thing
it is actually it's hanging down. Of course, I'd find out now that I'm on. Don't check before. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Wait till you're on, and then go. Oh, how come this isn't working right? But she was. She did a great job. They put about $1.3 million under contract in like 4 days. Just,
So-
I mean, it was just
so
the
now
way
it's officially-
everything went, but it just like
It's officially fall, and you guys haven't slowed down.
yeah, no, not at all. It's amazing. We got we had 2 closings this past Friday. We got 1 Thursday, 3 Friday, and then a couple more set up for next week. We got people coming in. It's busy. I mean, we spent the weekend. We put one of our houses under contract, and they're going to stay here. So now we're out looking. What's the best thing we can do to, find what's here and what's available, and negotiations. And it's, not just driving people around in a shiny car with nice clothes and collect a big fat check. There's a lot more to it than that. So my Saturday and Sunday were spent making sure that things were getting done and we were moving forward, because the clock's ticking. This one's going to close here. Well, we need to make sure that we can get things moved to get into there, and it's been a process. And there's less.
I wanted to mention, I've been seeing a lot of New York license plates in town. Have you seen that? I've seen.
It seems like we go through like little spurts of people that you don't see, and then they stick out because you don't see many of them. But you're right, I have seen a number of the New York plates here, and I'm not quite sure why. what's bringing them here. We had people.
Old time restaurant.
You know, damn.
Yeah.
There you go. Mystery is solved.
There it is. There it is. Told you.
That'll do it. See, but that's all it takes is one little thing, and then word gets out. Social
Boom,
media
yeah.
being what it is, and poof, you blow up. That's why.
Yep.
Okay. Take that off my list of mysteries of life. And but there's people here. You get people in South Carolina.
Really?
We always have Mississippi,
Oh, yeah.
Louisiana. Texas is always a good state for us. Florida,
Really?
Number of California plates. Idaho.
Wow, Idaho, I've not seen any of
People
those.
are trying to stretch out because they're looking for the same type of life that they have there, but without all the nonsense that's going on. So those people are trying to come here. We had a guy called Linda. He's looking for a house, and he gives us the parameters, and he says, "I'm the last conservative left in California, and I'm leaving." That's what he told me. That's it. We're done. And you can understand. People are frustrated in some of these states where they're at, and it's this isn't what I grew up thinking my state government and my state and what's happening to my state should be. And it's country's changing. So people come and they look at places like this because this is what we are. And for those that are selling their homes, that are leaving to go back with kids in other places and things like that, for someone it's a tough thing to do. We try to make it as easy as we possibly can, obviously. But it's hard to, you get friends here for 20 years, and this is now home. Where you were in Detroit isn't home anymore. This is home.
What's it like for you when you go back?
The traffic and stuff, and the attitude of people, the way people treat each other.
Really?
Yeah, you can just tell right away. But then that's where the conflict comes in. So you've got a bigger variety of restaurants and a bigger variety of places. If you're looking to shop for something, you need to buy a shirt or a suit jacket or whatever it is. You've got more choices that you can make. But we have that, and when people come here, I tell them that here as well, that you're not that far from Branson, from Springfield, from Fayetteville, whatever it is you want is here. It just may be a little farther mileage-wise. Time-wise, it isn't that much different in a lot of respects. But then, when people want all of the things that we have that are in the places that they're leaving, they forget that all of the things that go with getting that, to bring a Target, for example, here, well, that'd be a big project, and it's probably not going to happen. We're not big enough for that. But they forget about all the people that are needed to staff it and stuff. We don't have that many people. Everybody who wants to work is working. And you know that. You get people, you get people in here every day, different businessmen coming in. They're always looking for good, qualified help. There's people that are on like a rotation going from, Ranger to Bass Cat to one of the trailer places to McDonald's, those types of things. But as far as a solid workforce, everybody who wants to work is working, I think. There aren't a lot of open. There's probably, I'm not going to say everyone, but the vast majority of people that are looking to work are working. So when you try to fill all those spots by putting something new in, it can be a little more difficult for the employers, and they take that into account. Now, the college has done a great job of building up that workforce, and the high school has too, and directing kids.
Yep.
It's not just moving on to higher education. It's being able to do something with that education. Jim Brown's going to be on, and the schools have programs to help with tin work and different heating and air programs over there. That's a great thing because we need those guys. Those are the guys we need guys and girls that can work with their hands. It's not just the tips of their fingers, but with their whole hand. And that's very important for this area and for the rest of the country, but especially for here. We need that here. So
let's take a look at some numbers. I'll make sure see.
We will, because Linda's going to be yelling at me for doing Chamber of Commerce stuff. But if you are going to go, and you have health issues, you have whatever it is that you're going to go, we help so many people with that, and to bring people to the next phase of their life. The right house at the right time is a tag that we're using, and it's been very good. This Week in Real Estate. Century 21's the most recognized, respected, and recommended company worldwide. We're a nationwide, worldwide operation. Myself, Linda, Reese Tubbs, Darlene Clark, Sam McMaster, TJ Fitzmaurice. If you see any of them, stop them. Tell them, hey, Bob was talking about you on TV, so you better have yourself together here. This week in real estate, there were 61 new listings came up, 23 parcels of land, 3 commercial properties, but 38 homes came on the market.
Wow.
They came on in a range from $24,000 to $879,000. Of these 38 homes that came on the market, 6 of them came on as active contingent. So the market is still moving along just fine.
Yeah.
So you need to be ready. If you're thinking about selling your home, that you need to know what's plan B. Where are you going to go? Are you ready to go? How quickly can you get there? Because a lot of these people that are coming are looking at short closing periods. There were 29 sales. There was 3 parcels of land, 3 commercial properties sold, 23 homes sold. They sold in a range from $19,000 to $230,000. The average sale price was $115,000. $2.6 million in residential real estate closed this past week.
2.6.
Yes, sir.
That's the lowest it's been in a long time.
Well, yeah, we've been 3, but it's the end of September. I mean, it should be. They were still doing this kind of business. Is like, wow.
But then you put 1.3 under contract.
Well, because when you put the year-to-date numbers, when you look at those, that's really where you can see how things are coming along. There's 22 properties expired, 32 had price changes. There's 23 listings in Missouri. Wow. And now those 23, 20 of those are Century 21. So if you're up there, give my honey a call, Darlene. They're both licensed up in Missouri, and they can certainly help you out up there. There's currently 591 homes listed on the MLS. So that's down quite a bit from where we had been. 215 in Mountain Home, 20 in Bolt Shoals, 14 in Cotter.
Wow.
Year to date, there's been 826 homes have closed for $123.1 million.
123.1.
135 days on market.
Wow, that's coming down.
Oh, it's way down. And then the average sale price is $149. Last year, there had been 790 homes. So 36 more homes have sold this year than last year. And last year was a good year. I mean, we had a nice bump last year.
This time last year?
It was 790 for $106.2 million. So
you're up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 million.
149 days on market last year, and the average sale price was $134. So
even when you move $2.6 million in the local MLS, that's job security for Jim Brown, carpet guys.
That's the thing. All the things that go on.
Paint
with
stores, wallpaper.
Exactly. Because I tell people you're buying 15% of the house. You're buying 85% of the house. If you like the location, the floor plan, the bones of the house suit your needs, that's what you're buying. The other 15%, you're going to personalize. I don't care if it's a brand new house. You're going to come in and you're going to change something in there because you want it to be yours. And that's just human nature, and that's what people, that's why they buy. You know, people that are renting now. It's a great opportunity. The rates are still phenomenal. I mean, you're going to look back at this and go, oh, man, we woulda, coulda, shoulda. I was talking to a guy Saturday. He's in a mortgage. He's in it for something. I said, you're a veteran. I said, you can go get a VA loan. You'll be in it 3.5, 3 in that range over there. I says, and it doesn't cost you anything to do it. So take a look at your statement and see where you're at. And I'm not trying to jam up all the closing companies and banks and appraisers and everything. I'll cut my own throat here trying to get stuff done. But take a look and do what you can do to help yourself. I mean, that's something that we've always done with This Week in Real Estate. When we talk, we've always talked about ways to help people. And that's one of the ways that you can help yourself. Take a look at your mortgage and see if you can get it while it's getting good. Don't get into no balloons or anything. That's the only thing. Local banks, local finance guys.
There you go.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Because we can find them.
The website's retiretoarkansas.net. We got a minute to throw that up on the screen and show some of the pretty shots on there.
Yeah, that's quite a she did such a good job with that website. I mean, I had a guy stop me the other day and he goes, you know, I hear you all the time and I've looked at it kind of a little bit here and there. He says, you got a bunch of stuff on there. Wow, that site is great. I mean, he was like, I said, well, yeah, she works very hard in there. There is a bunch of stuff on there. So
now, I want to point out you've got one here for MLS listings, and you also have your properties here.
That's
correct.
The
difference between the two would be?
Well, the MLS listing, that's all the properties that are on the MLS here. We have our own IDX. We have our own IDX feed, so you can search for any property that when I talk about the 592 homes that are available, they're all on there. And you can find them, you can search them out, so you don't have to go looking from site to site to site. And it's all current. That's the big thing. If you're on Zillow and you're looking, those houses may have sold 2 weeks ago. And when that happens, people, then they get frustrated that, well, how come this is still on there? How come I can't go see it? Well, it's because it's, either under contract or it closed or whatever the case may have been. So those are things to keep in mind. If you're going to look at Realtor.com and or take a look at retiredtoarkansas.net and see what you can see on there. All the information for any house is there. There's all kinds of contact us information. If you have any questions, you can call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. And like I say, the website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Wow, a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
And when you move $2.6 million in a week, because I can go back, you've been as high as $4.3 million.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get into the end of spring, early summer, where people are, coming down because they're coming down for jobs and the kids are coming down. So they wanted to get them into school. That's what we.
And how many years have we been doing this now? We're bringing this up. Tomorrow's October 1st, the final quarter.
Yeah.
Kids going to be gathered around that Thanksgiving table, going to be down there for Christmas at Grandpa and Grandma's house, and we'll continue this next week. Run out of time now, but, it's that time where, Mom, Dad, is this place not too big for you now? Because you've lived here 15, 18 years when you
go out there and you look at all those leaves that are going to be falling in the next couple of weeks, and you can go, oh, man.
Heck, I'm doing that. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, the leaves are starting.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. 'Tis the season. I mean, it's time, and we'll bring that up next week on This Week in Real Estate. But it's that time where, there's good. We went through it 20 years ago with my grandparents.
Sure.
Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Grandma, you sure you want to stay on these 8 acres here and mow all of this and do all this? So,
and we're finding more that where people want to stay here. So we're getting them off that small. They're not leaving.
Yeah,
they want to stay here. So that's helping the population and everything else. And it's I think that's been another leading factor going into the real estate market, why so many have sold.
Phone number, location.
Phone number is 870-405-0793. Website, retiredtoarkansas.net. If you come over our office at Century 21, ask for us, ask for the Z team, and they will do their best to find one of us, and we're there to help you out.
Sounds good. Time for a break. Be right back.
Okay.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Whether you're
Good morning. We're back live with Jim Brown from Jim Brown Company, and he is part of this morning's Business Spotlight.
Whoop, whoop.
Good morning, Jim Brown.
Good morning.
And the crowd goes wild.
We're here. We are here.
You know, this is going to be a hard interview, Scooter, because...
You mess up, you're in trouble.
No, because here's the deal. You know, usually I like to ask and talk about who you are and where you're from and what's your family like and where'd you go to school. But I know all that.
Since you've been with me since I was about 2 years old, I would say that...
it's a little bit tough since, you know, I've known you since, gosh, at least the third grade probably.
Exactly.
So it's a little different on this one.
But nobody else knows, so.
But nobody else knows. So let's carry it on from there, and we'll just continue to do what we do. And who is Jim Brown? Not the company.
Who is James Nathan Brown? Let me see. I was born and raised here in the hills of North Arkansas, right here in Mountain Home. Graduated from Mountain Home. Like I say, this community is very, very near and dear to my heart. My grandfather moved here, started our family business in 1964. My father joined him in '65 and on a part-time basis.
Let's go back. Let's stop right there for a minute. You got two sets of grandparents.
Two sets of grandparents.
And there are still a lot of folks that remember your other side.
The other side.
So let's mention Doc Salzman.
Dr. Salzman and my mother, Sue Ann Salzman, or Sue Brown, they were very important parts of this community.
Exactly right. And that's why I wanted to mention it, because Doc Salzman had the first real clinic here.
Yes, he did. He helped found and start the hospital.
Folks to know.
Yeah.
When we talk about Jim Brown Company, it's deep, 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 Scooter, on both sides. Jim Brown Senior, which is Grandpa Brown, goes way back, like you said, into the 60s. But Doc Salzman on that side of the family, I believe he actually not only had the first clinic, but had the first hospital beds here.
He did.
On West Road there, just by what used to be First National Bank.
Yep. Yeah, his house is actually where the drive-through is now at the bank, and then he donated all the land for Rotary Park because Ben was huge into Rotary, and so he donated all that, and he didn't want it in his name, he wanted it in Rotary's name, and so that's where all that came from. So no, we're pretty entrenched in this community.
Okay, so we'll continue to talk about J.N. Brown. J.N. Brown is married to
Dana Brown. She is the federal programs director for the Mountain Home School System. She was the high school principal for several years, and she has become a very, very important part of our community as well.
You went to college?
Went to Henderson State University. I was blessed to be able to go down and play football for Sporty Carpenter, and received a business degree and came back and joined back with our family business.
And you have a son?
I do, James Daniel Brown. As you can tell, I'm Jim Brown the 8th. My son is Jim Brown the 9th. We're not the world's most creative people, so if you ask for Jim Brown at our house, you really never know who you're going to get.
You'll answer the phone there at the office, and it's, I'd like to speak to Jim Brown. Okay, which one? Well, how many do you have? I said, living? 3. Yeah. So you are also a veteran?
Yes, very proud to have served in the United States Army.
And your dad is a veteran?
My father is a veteran. My grandfather was a veteran. We are a 3-generation veteran-owned company.
So now we can go on to the development of the Jim Brown Company.
It, like I say, with my father, he came back to help my grandfather on a part-time basis, and to this day he still says it's the longest part-time job he's ever had. In 2005, we had a battle with cancer, And at that time, I was working for the Arkansas State Police, and when my dad asked me to return to the company, there's just certain things you don't tell your dad no. And so I parked my car and came back to the Jim Brown Company, and then you joined me.
Shortly thereafter.
Shortly thereafter, to try to
2-week project. We're going to do some Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah, for 2 weeks, and so you're almost on the same
14,
part-time,
maybe 15 years.
Long part-time job.
Yep, just like Dad. That's that part-time job.
Yeah. So, the one of the important things to know is that Jim Brown Company is here, has been here, but you as a person have been involved. You and I sit on city council together.
Yes.
We serve there. We've been active Bomber Boosters Club together.
Yes.
The cook-off, we've done a lot of that kind of stuff.
There's been several things. It seems like anytime that there's a board or if we go to a meeting, it seems like we end up on
Somebody
it.
ends up on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. How is, we'll talk about the business aspect of Jim Brown Company a little bit. Up until 2 years ago, you had been in the building that your grandfather started in back. What year did he start?
Grandpa actually started the business in '64, and it was where Butler Furniture is. The windows that are closest to their storeroom was the first Jim Brown Company.
Oh, is that right?
And then they moved from there out further out 5 North to where to where Drake's Bacco and where Ken's Auto Salvage, where that area is. There's a Quonset hut, and that was the first building that they did their sheet metal shop while the buildings were being constructed there on 5 North. And so they moved into those buildings in '66. My grandmother wanted to have a piece of a building of their own, and so they built there, and we were there from '66 until 2 years ago.
Jim Brown Company, when they moved, wasn't an easy thing.
No, it was not. It was one of the most difficult decisions that we ever made. Actually, my father was ready to go way before I was. Those buildings were their home. When you go in there, I still feel my grandparents. I mean, it's one of those deals that they're more than just brick and mortar to me. That's where I grew up. That's where I learned several of my life's lessons, and that's where my grandmother and my grandfather. I'm one of the few people, I'm blessed. I was able to be work side by side with my grandparents, with my father, and now I'm working with my father and my son. And so it's a rare treat and a pleasure to be able to work side by side every day with them.
Scooter, let's take our 745 and we'll come back in just a few minutes. Business Spotlight, Jim Brown from Jim Brown Company. We'll be back in just a minute.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right product. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Rechtenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
You're watching Business Spotlight, and this morning we have Jim Brown from Jim Brown Company. Jim, are you strictly commercial, residential, mixture of both? How's it look?
We do a little bit of everything. I've always said that we would put 10 shingles on a birdhouse if someone asked us to. There's no job that's too big or too small. We have several crews that do all things. We do a lot of industrial mechanical, but where our grassroots are at is in the residential area of Mountain Home. That's what my grandfather started our business doing, was was homes, and it's just slowly evolved and developed, and we have been blessed to have been able to grow and get a little larger and do some of these larger commercial projects.
We talked a few minutes ago about the old building on 5 North,
yes,
just off between Walker Road and 5 North on Drake Lane. But 2 years ago we moved.
Yes, sir.
And where did we move to?
We moved to 1541 Highway 201 North, pretty much across the street from Baxter Healthcare. We're right next to the new C3 Church, in between C3 Church and American Truck Repair.
And what was the purpose for moving? I've been wanting to ask you that for 2 years.
Well, it's a lot safer. If anyone's ever come to the old Jim Brown Company, when you dump off the hill, it was kind of a death-defying act, and then it was one way going in. You couldn't go up the hill, even though several people have tried.
Oh yeah, we've watched a lot of that.
And we've pushed people off the hill that have come off the side and about hit the building, and so it's more for safety than anything else. And also during the ice storm, we had no power for 18 days, and now we're on the same power grid as the lab. So I'm pretty certain that we get our power on a little quicker now.
A little special treatment there.
Well, that and the highway department is, they keep the road clear. With the school bus traffic and the lab traffic, it's a little easier to get in and out of our parking lot. Plus, it's flat. How many pounds of freight have we dumped in the parking lot trying to unload stuff?
And the biggest thing is, we're all under one roof.
One roof. The other was 2 buildings. Now my sheet metal shop, my sales and service, install, everything's all housed under the one canopy.
Yeah, it's a much easier location to get in and out. Like Jim said, it's 1541 Highway 201 North. Right-hand side of the road, you go through the light at Arkansas Drive, go past American Truck, and it's right there. Big open space. You can't miss it.
We even have parking now.
We even have parking, yeah. And some days it's wet and some days it's not.
Exactly.
Friday morning it was nice and dry, and Friday about lunchtime it was...
We had a monsoon.
It was kind of wild. Residential change-outs.
Yes, sir. You
do them every day.
We do.
When should people start thinking about, age-wise, changing their unit out?
Traditionally, a standard heating and cooling system will last between 10 to 15 years. And now with the way that things are, it's probably your life expectancy. If you get to the 10 to 12-year range, it's time to start looking, not necessarily because it's going to break, it's because of the efficiency. They've changed so much stuff now that you can about pay for your equipment through the savings. When most the homes in this area were done, the best efficiency you could get was a 9 or 10 SEER. And now the least that the Energy Commission will let us sell is a 14 SEER. And so when you step up to from a 9 to a 14, even if you go to the minimum, you're going to have huge savings and a great cost reward, and you'll see it every month on your utility bill.
And another thing that people need to realize is, you've lived in your 1,500 square foot home for 10 years, and you decide you're going to add a bedroom, you're going to add a den,
sunroom.
There's a good chance you probably should look to make sure your unit's big enough to handle that. A lot of times people don't even think of that. Then they'll call up and say, well, my unit's just not doing what it used to do.
Just not keeping up.
Well, you've added 500 square foot, and guess what? It's not going to.
No, most homes were designed to be right on the ragged edge of having enough. And now when you add anything, or the way that with today with the windows and the insulation, with the old insulation, it breaks down over time, and so you have more drafts, you have more this, more that, and so the best thing to do is look at the total circumstances, because we have more televisions now, we have computers, we have more cooktops and things that add heat and lots of load onto the house, which makes it more difficult for your heating and cooling system to keep up.
And if people don't think that your television's putting out some heat, go get you one of them little pull trigger thermostats and aim it toward that TV screen and see how much heat that thing's really putting off.
It really does.
It's amazing.
And when you add can lights and anything that you do that is a heat source into your home steals from your comfort system.
What manufacturers do you represent over at Jim Brown Company?
We have Lennox. We've been a Lennox dealer since 1964. We have Goodman, which is an American-made company. Their commercial line is Daikin. We also have Train available, at Jim Brown Company. We service all makes and models, but those are the primary that we sell.
And you're talking about service, you mean you'll work on anything? We
will work on from a mini split. We don't do a lot of window units and things like that because most of them don't have service ports, and so it's kind of a waste of your money to go out there for us to look at it and say there's nothing that we can do, because by the time you weld on a solder on a service port, you're about at the same cost that it would be if you went to one of our local, whether it be Shays or whatever else, to grab another window unit.
What's the importance of planned service?
Planned service is one of the most important things that we offer. When you say warranty or extended warranty or maintenance plans, most of the time you're buying blue sky or hot air. In the heating and cooling world, it's one of the few appliances in your home that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It never takes a day off, and if it does, you'll be calling me or one of our local brothers or sisters that are in our industry to come out and get it fixed. And so you want to make sure that it stays up in tip-top shape. If you get even a thin layer of dust on your blower, which is going to, I don't care how well you change your filters or whatever else, it reduces the efficiency, so it costs you more money. So planned service is one of the few things that we sell that will actually save and make you money.
We get a lot of phone calls. Well, my filter seems to get dirty a lot, and I don't go in and out of my door a lot. Well, if your home is 15 or 20 years old, chances are you've got some ductwork that's probably fallen down somewhere.
Or it's just collected over the years.
That dust is getting into your return, and it's blowing in through your house through the supply runs. Probably ought to have that checked.
It is. We also have another service that is called duct cleaning, and if your home has never had it, if you have allergies or if you have someone that is susceptible to dust, then it's another very important service that we offer. We have an antibacterial fogger that will also go down into your duct system that will kill any dust mite or anything that might be in there in case there is something that if you have had a leak, or if a run has been broken, or if you've done some construction or whatever else. That dust, it seems like everything settles to the lowest point, and most of our home in this area are built over a crawl space. So or if you have, like my son, he believed that you raised the floor register and that was the dustpan, and so he swept everything off into the floor vents, and so it's kind of important to have that checked or looked at also.
The difference between a conventional furnace and an AC and a heat pump. We're starting to see more and more heat pumps in this area.
We are. If you have natural gas, a gas furnace is the logical choice, because if you lose power, a 110 source will keep your whole house heat. A heat pump is all electric, and instead of having the advantage of the gas, when it gets down to below a certain level, it calls for your heat strips, and your heat strips are just straight electric heat. That's the resistance heat that, and it's economical, but it's more economical to run on the heat pump side. The heat pump, it takes the air that our good Lord has given us, that's putting the heat in the air, and it takes and puts it back into your home. If you stand outside in the middle of summer and put your hand over the fan, you feel that hot air that's coming out of there. Well, what a heat pump does is it takes and captures that and puts it back into your home during your winter. And so it has what they call a reversing valve, which just reverses the flow of the refrigerant in your system. And so that's the main difference between a heat pump and a gas furnace.
Which in turn saves you money.
It does, and there is what's becoming more and more increasingly popular in our area is called a dual fuel system.
I have one of those.
I do too. It's what's nice about it is we do live in rural Arkansas, and it's not a question of if you lose power, it's when and for how long. And our utility companies do a wonderful job of keeping the lights on, but there are circumstances beyond their control when a tree branch falls or such that if you do have to operate off of a generator, you can do so with the smallest generator that there is, because it's just about a 15 amp pull on a gas furnace, to where if you have to run your heat pump, you're looking at a number 6 on a 60 amp breaker to your outside, and also to run your resistance heat, it would be also another 60 amp breaker. And so unless you have a big whole house generator, that's not really an option. You can't go out and just crank up one that you store in your garage for emergency with a heat pump like you can with a gas furnace.
Well, we're going to step out on a limb here, Scooter. Watch this.
Oh, no.
This week, Monday through Friday, if you call into Jim Brown Company, phone number is 425-5775.
Yes, sir.
If you call in and say, hey, I saw Jim on XL7 on Monday morning, you mention that to any of the people in the office, myself or Linda or Jocelyn or Mr. Groff, when we answer the phone, and if you're interested in plan service, we'll give you a 20% discount off of plan service. Now, I did not ask him if we could do this, but I've known him long enough, I'm pretty sure we can.
We're good with that.
We're going to do this from now until Friday. Anybody calls in Jim Brown Company and says, look, I saw Jim on TV on Monday, 20% discount on plan service. It'll save you some money. And what you're going to get is you'll get a heating season checkup, a cooling season checkup, a 20% discount on all parts and labor, and priority service. And in the wintertime, when you don't have any heat, priority service may be a good thing for you. And what that means is, if you are a plan service member or customer of ours, you call in and there's a list of 15 people that don't have plan service, you'll get worked into the top. Because Jim Brown Company will take care of their plan service customers first.
First and foremost, they're extended members of our family. They have entrusted us with their comfort needs, and we feel if they have enough confidence in us to be a preventative maintenance customer with us, we owe it to them to give them, top notch and the very best service possible.
So you're not going to yell at me when we leave here?
Nope. No. If you weren't going to say something, I would have.
As soon as the cameras go off, we'll see what happens.
Exactly. No, I think that's a wonderful idea. And any questions that you have, with our company, or whether we installed your equipment or not, 870-425-5775. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. We have several people in my office that are expert in our industry and our trade, and would be more than happy to answer any of your questions.
Stop by 1541 Highway 201 North, and there's a good chance you won't catch Jim Brown, but if you get there between 10 and 2 in the afternoon, you can catch the older Jim Brown,
senior.
And if you don't catch either one of those, we'll find somebody that you can talk to and get your questions answered.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. What else you got?
Like I say, it's an honor and a blessing to be able to be in business in this part of the world. I have some excellent people on our staff. Most of my staff has been with me from 10 to 30 years. Most of the people I would say I grew up with, I don't know that I ever grew up. I've gotten older with a lot of the people inside of that building. We're a very, very heavy family business. My mother-in-law is the lady when you walk in the door, Linda. You've been with me since I was a little boy. I have my senior service tech has become my salesman, Bob Owens, and Bob's been with me for right at 30 years. I'm blessed to have my dad as my bookkeeper. And if you really want to challenge, have your father be your bookkeeper. You still feel like a 16-year-old kid having to go ask your dad for money. But he's been there since they swung the doors with my grandfather. I have Gerald Hefner, who was one of my partners when I was a state police trooper. Most of my installers have been with me for an extended period of time, and I've got a wonderful service staff. Most people couldn't pick me out of a lineup, but when they see my service people, that is the Jim Brown Company to them. When you see our trucks, it doesn't say Lennox, it doesn't say Train, it doesn't say Goodman, it says Jim Brown. And so when those men and women, I have 2 wonderful female service techs, and when their foot hits the ground, they're representing 3 generations, 4 with James Daniel now. And so we're just blessed to be in this community and be able to be in business in in this environment.
Phone number one more time?
Phone number is 870-425-5775.
Location?
1541 Highway 201 North.
Can't miss it. Look on the right-hand side.
That's it.
Well, appreciate you coming over this morning, and I'll be at work here in just a little bit.
Thank y'all for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure.
Scooter, it's all yours.
All right, that'll be a show. We will see everybody tomorrow morning.